It's no secret that big Cadillacs are generally regarded as vehicles reserved for people whose age is well within the requirements for a Florida retirement home. The fact is, if you see these taillights going 10 under the speed limit in the right lane, you probably have an image in your head of who's behind the wheel. But every now and then, a big Cadillac will come along and bend the rules for what a land yacht can do. And this is that land yacht. The Cadillac CT6-V, or the original Blackwing, a crown jewel of what General Motors is capable of. Now, some of you might laugh at that, but this car is special, and for good reason. Not only because it has a twin-turbo V8, or that it makes 550 horsepower with 600 foot-pounds of torque before 3,000 RPM, or that it has a lightning-fast 10-speed automatic transmission, or that it can power and steer all four wheels. No, not one thing alone on this car makes it special. It's just the complete package. Having everything that this car has to offer in a 17-foot long executive sedan while weighing less than a 5 Series. But how do they do it? Well, aluminum, and lots of it. In fact, everything from here forward is either aluminum or plastic, and everything from here back is also made out of aluminum or plastic. In fact, the doors, the roof, the floor, it's all made out of aluminum, and that makes this car very light. My microphone here is a magnet, and magnets don't stick to this car until you peel away the skin, where a steel cage is there to protect you when it matters the most. All of this makes it drive incredibly well. Yes, it is still quite heavy, but with magnetic ride control and Goodyear Eagle supercar tires, it simply cheats at redirecting the nose. While I don't personally believe this chassis needed all-wheel drive, it doesn't have a space in the back big enough for a differential that could withstand the power that this engine has to offer. On the plus side, that all-wheel drive system will take it from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 4 seconds. While it might only rev to 6,000 RPM, it makes diesel-like torque everywhere in the rev range. The cramped engine bay and hot V configuration might have limited this engine's high RPM capabilities, but truthfully, it does not need it. God, that is so impressive. It's not even passing 4,000 RPM, and it is pulling like a freight train. This car accelerates alarmingly quick. So quick, in fact, that even after you've lifted off the pedal, it still seems to accelerate for a second. It's actually quite unnerving. Seriously, if you ever get to drive one, you will 100% notice that lifting off the gas pedal does not cease the acceleration for about half a second. There's just that much torque, and it feels fantastic. And then you get to listen to it. Like, just enjoy the sound. And after you're done flogging on this car and you want to drive it like a normal human being, or the person this car was probably intended for, you can put it in Touring mode, it'll close the exhaust valves, and it can even turn off up to 4 cylinders to deliver some better gas mileage. Better gas mileage that I don't believe was a consideration at all. Because from what I can tell, this thing has catastrophically bad fuel range. I'm not sure if it's just how this car is being driven at the dealership, but from what I can tell, it has a nearly full tank of gas and a relatively depressing 170 miles of range shown. The old saying that it'll pass anything but a gas station is definitely true with this car. Seriously, I think most Teslas can go further on a charge. Other than that, I'm absolutely in love. The steering is crisp, it's light in tour mode, you put it in race mode, it stiffens up, the entire chassis stiffens up, but right now, we're just in tour mode. It drives great, the power is effortless, and it sounds fantastic. There's not a lot of times where I'm making these videos and I find myself not wanting to get out of the car. Like, I'm not sure if it's because it's 1 billion degrees outside today and because it's just so calm, cool, collected. My back is being cooled, the air conditioning is nice, it's comfortable, it just feels powerful. I feel like I have all of the torque in the world under my right foot. It's just great. I love it. It sounds good. It's not violently fast like, say, that CT6-V Blackwing was. It's more calm, subdued, unrelenting force of torque. Because it's all-wheel drive, it's not just like a ridiculous blast to redline. It just builds like you're taking off in a 747. But at $60,000 or so, you can get a faster car for less money. So what gives? Well, take a seat in it. The front seats are heated and cooled. The steering wheel is also heated. The 30-something speaker Bose Panerai sound system sounds fantastic. Not one, but 2 sunroofs. Carbon fiber accents all along the interior. A fully customizable gauge cluster, along with a full color heads-up display. The infotainment is also top-notch, along with Apple CarPlay. It also has Android Auto and, connected Spotify services for if you don't even have your phone on you. There's a performance data recorder and cameras all around the outside of this car to help you park and steer and get through all those tight spaces that you might be taking this land yacht through. I really like that you can see the V emblem in the camera. If all that wasn't enough, opening the glove box is done with the touch of a button, and you can lock that feature out so you don't have any nosy valets rooting through your glove box. In fact, if you didn't think it was a luxury car, the center console does this and this. The trunk will hold at least 5 bodies, but that would inhibit access to the spare tire. And you need a big trunk like that because these rear seats don't fold flat. In fact, certain CT6 models have reclining rear seats, and that was a sacrifice because this is an executive sedan. I really don't like that they forfeited a folding flat rear seat because it's just so helpful in a lot of situations. I doubt you're going to be carting around people in this back seat who absolutely need to have all of this space. This car really is everything GM had to offer and then some. Built in extremely limited quantities, this car is exactly what Corvette owners wishes their car was: exclusive. In fact, there's only about 1,500 of these, the original Blackwing engines, in existence, and of those, only 875 of them made it into V models. The other 600 of them made it into Platinum CT6s, which are arguably the better car because they come with Super Cruise and those reclining rear seats that I was talking about. In fact, they were more expensive than Vs when they were new. It's a very special car, and the engineering that went into it is nothing short of a marvel. Just like the engineering that went into this video. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, get subscribed, and let me know in the comments what you think of the CT6-V. And we'll see you next time.